in Texas.
Take Will. Everybody take Will. Come on, take Will. To the take Will. Everybody take Will. We got to speak to me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Give you a jab to the nose and make you say something. I'm in the club, nigga, talk with the long barrel. When the music starts having say goodnight, creeps carols. People hate me, man, I really do know. They see the wings on
So I
my
cut the lights on once it
back.
gets close to the end of the song. That's when I cut the lights on. So we do it. Can't hear you. What you saying? Oh, you gotta talk. I can't hear you.
Never told all my enemies I couldn't be around. But niggas told on me, nigga, they got it in return. Now ain't mama slipping room in a nice earth. Fuck you your whole bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. We got Tony M in the building. Always there. Got the Pocket USA. I'll see you in a couple hours, Pocket. As you come up in here. So both of y'all like looking at yourself. You keep looking over there. Yeah, you keep looking over there. Yeah. That's my favorite one. Does it even 50 calories? Yeah, come on the mic. Yeah, put the mic to you.
I thought we were just going to be talking.
Right. Oh, come on. No, we live. We live. This ain't recorded. We don't do no recorded stuff. So you going to what type of show next? A cooking show?
Yeah, she's interviewing.
She better have her hookup together. She better have herself together. I'll tell you that.
She's making my favorite meal for me.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, she better make some meal. I'm gonna bring her on the show. Tell her she's on the show. What's her name? Well, we bring her. Tell her tonight. I ain't got time to play with her.
When I tell you, the two of you together?
Come on now.
You and her?
Come on now. Well, hey, she on the show
You
now.
have to block off at least 4 hours.
Oh, you don't know how long. You didn't watch my show, did you? You don't be watching my show. Yeah, my show be going like 4 hours. No. No, because I have another show at 7, so it can't go that far. And she got to be that 5. Oh yeah, see, we're gonna be real short. What time you start over there? What time she start? Yeah, we'll make sure. I think I'm on I know it's good. So you know it's good. You chose it. So you like that?
My favorite.
Okay, that'll warm you up for when you get back. When you get over there.
Go ahead and just keep on eating this good old crab cake. But whatever y'all want to talk about.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? Let me cut these levels up a little bit right here. The music shuts down on me. Okay. Hey. I want to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I apologize about yesterday. It was my fault. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to do the show yesterday, but sometimes it just works for it to be done today. And but it was all on me. So we made that correction, made things right. And so we got this young lady up in here, this lovely lady, this author, this everything. You know, she just does so much. I can't even get my mind wrapped on it about how much stuff she does because she do so much. You know what I'm saying? But
come on, hype me up. Come
on now. This is what I do. Don't act like my hype game is the #1 hype game out here in the streets. If you ain't heard about my hype game, ain't it right, Tony M? Tell them. The hype game is strong.
Hey, Tony.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Tony.
Shout out to Tony because Tony be coming through.
He sure does.
All the time.
Is that Tony Mitchell?
Come on now. Don't like you knowing people.
I mean, Tony Mitchell supported me, and I want to give him a shout out.
How he support you?
He bought a book.
He bought a book?
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
We don't put everybody government name out here like that. We don't do that. We Tony M. We ain't changing that. It's Tony M. I don't know what name she was talking about. She trying to put stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? That's Tamika. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cleanup game wasn't good. But ain't worry about that. So, hey, this is the thing right here, man. Sometimes you can get people on the show. Can I get one of them books?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get one of them real quick.
absolutely.
Sometimes you can get some people on the books. Listen, y'all already know my book author game is strong. You know what I'm saying? It's stronger than strong now. Because let me tell you what, being Delilah. Now that's just about the book. Now we'll talk about the book at some point. But you know what I do and how I do it. I'm gonna talk about her first. I need to know. Her sister in here. She all over here glowing. Listen, hey, I gotta tell y'all they fine in here. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened when they walk through the door. But I'll talk about it in a minute. But anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. Listen. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Okay, back to the book. But did I say I was gonna talk about the book or y'all? I'm gonna talk about y'all. You can talk about okay, we'll talk about both of y'all. Okay. But anyway, the book though, back to the author, right? My guest. But if you go to my Instagram, you'll see one. Make sure you follow her. And she's so hot. She don't even put at her name. You know what I'm saying? She put at motivating force. And if you saw her walking through the door, you would see she's a motivating force. I'm about to say source. She is a source too.
I'm a force to be reckoned with.
And then shout out to the damn reckon with. So I tell you, she can reckon with you. But no, you know how listen, you know how people like polish and stuff. You know the polish game. You know I could do a little something when I get right, but the polish game on the two of these is serious, boy. You know what I'm saying? You got women to like women, but then you got women to be polished. You know what I'm saying? It's polishing itself here. I don't know what they were doing out there in Mississippi. What's your mama name? Because
they got it right.
Shout out to
they sure got it right.
Shout out to them. And, you know what I'm saying? The original place they came from. You know what I'm saying? But no, all jokes aside. My guess, when I tell you beautiful woman, I'm talking about when I say beautiful, I'm beautiful in spirit. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, when for the first time we had engaged in conversation, I looked at her page while I was talking to her, and I was just looking at some of the posts she had and just really kind of look at what she represents, what she stands for. And I'm telling you, it's just grace and greatness. And so there was no doubt that I couldn't try everything I could to get her on the show. You know what I'm saying? And so when it didn't happen yesterday, because of my mistake, I was scared that I wasn't gonna be able to get her on today because I know she was in town for a short period of time and her schedule was really tied up and busy. But she managed to make some space for me, and I really appreciate her for that. But without further ado, and we're gonna talk about her plus one too now. But without further ado, I'm just gonna call you straight up, Miss Avery. I ain't gonna first name you at all. You gotta say Miss when you talk to you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Miss Avery? How we doing today?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
how the good people doing?
Hey, they doing good now. I'll tell you right now.
I want to know how the good people doing.
They doing good. Tony doing real good. He got your book. He ready for that book to get in because he saw the lips on his book right here. I'm trying to tell you. You know, I was trying to figure out her lips. What's going on? I'm just saying when I looked at the book when I was talking to you on the phone. But hey,
they're not mine.
Okay, but
they're good friends. Good friend of mine.
Okay, shout out to D damn lips on the book. Whoever your good friend is.
You see her lips dripping like honey.
Listen, I ain't even pay attention to that. I just think the lips, the symmetry of the lips is just perfect and everything. You know, it was good. It was good. But hey, y'all was good too. Y'all okay. Shout out to their lips could have been on the cover of the magazine or the book. No. But anyway, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Like I'm really excited.
Come on now, don't be fake with it now.
I'm not trying to hype you up because I was like, hey,
we're gonna hype me up anyway though. Go ahead.
We need to make some adjustments. But
yeah.
Like I was trying to share earlier, being here, although I missed a step, maybe
she should have took some of my experience out of the book, but you were gonna work with her.
Just a step or whatever, but just to be here, and you actually following through, doing everything that you said, sitting with a man of integrity.
Come on now,
you know, and a promise, and just to keep your word and to show up for a stranger, somebody that you don't know, that speaks volumes to me.
Well, you know, that boy from North Carolina. You better stop playing with me. That's what we do out in the Carolinas now. You gentlemen.
Exactly. So shout out to you. So clearly from this experience alone, no offense to Houstonians, it from my experience being in Houston,
right,
it's totally different. And so I want to say thank you. So I can tell you're a down south boy.
I appreciate so
thank you very much.
But I love Houston now. Don't get it twisted.
Oh,
I love this city. For real. For real.
It is. Like Houston is everything.
It is.
If I could live here and let this be it, I would.
Yeah, you need to come on back then.
I'm trying to.
I've been thinking about it. We ain't got to try. We just gonna make the move happen. That's what we do.
I've been thinking about it, but yeah, Houston is everything. The people here, the people that I know, that I've met, super supportive, loving, kind. Right. So but again, I want to tell you thank you.
Okay, so how was the experience? I know you skipped a step, but from the walking in the door piece, I mean, give them a little bit of something with that piece right there now.
So let me tell the people. Let me clear my throat. Can you dim the lights for me?
Ooh, listen. No, we want to dim that.
So when I walked in, I was immediately greeted by a photographer. He said, "Hello, ma'am." I was like, "Well, hello, sir." And you guys gave me an opportunity, whether I wanted to change my shoes or a certain look I wanted, right?
Right.
And he was like, "Just stand right here and I got you." I was like, "Oh, so you got me." He was like, "From this point forward." I was like, "Oh, it's just like what Brian said. Like they got you." So I took the pictures. You gave me an opportunity to change. You wanted to ensure that I was comfortable, in the setup. So that meant a lot to me. He was like, "Hey, take as many as you need, as you want." Because the image is me, right? And I greatly appreciate that. So you ensured that I was comfortable. And then as I walked down the corridor.
Ooh, she walked down. Hold on. Let me get that pause in there. She will walk down. I got to get that transition on y'all. I start playing. Shoot, that transition was strong.
As my sister and we walked down the corridor, I noticed the building. And in each room has its own setting. Right?
Come on now.
It has its own theme. I was like, oh, this is what he said it was. Yeah. So now, my curiosity was piqued, and then when I walked in the door, everything that you said was taking place. And so I come into this beautiful room. I was like, oh, wow. Of course, I had to put that all over social media.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Go do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't bashful.
And the setup, and sitting in this space, it's so professional, right? It's so warm, and like to want to mention the energy and the vibe.
Ooh, shout out to the energy. Let me tell you, little man knocked out over there. Got the energy, got him just nice and calm and collected over there.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Yeah, the energy and the vibe in here is so positive and it's thick and it's welcoming. And you can feel the love. And I feel connected to you already. And we just met for the very first time.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So, I mean, but y'all, let me tell you, honey, look, you see the voice change. Child, let me tell you about this part. Right. So this young lady comes in, she has a little bag and she was like, "This is for you, ma'am." Set the bag on the table. Baby, when the man had my favorite food, because I'm greedy. And I ate it in like 2 seconds because that's my first meal today. So if you're watching, please forgive me for eating, like a grown man, but that's like, I was hungry, but that's beside the point. And then to have the food, and, you texted me last night, you said, "Hey, give me your favorites." Because it's so valuable to say, "Hey, I want to make up for yesterday." But not only that, like, this is just what you do. And it's genuine and it comes from the heart. And this common courtesy of my time, it means a lot to me.
I appreciate
just want to tell you thank you.
I appreciate it. Shout out to you for being appreciative. And I really
I'm
appreciate
grateful.
That. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Now, before we get into it, who you got across from you over there? Bring her in. You know what I'm saying? Go and bring her in the right way.
So, I think that today had to happen because she needed to be here. My sister and I, of course, we're both from Mississippi. And so she knows the experience and she can relate to the Charlie and where Charlie was developed from, right? So I brought this beautiful young lady with me. She's my sister. She's my friend. She's my love. And I'll allow her to introduce herself because I don't know what name she wants to go by.
Listen. Look that way for a second. Bam. Got him. Okay.
Hopefully my mouth was closed. My name is Tawana.
Okay, Tawana.
Professionally, I go by TJ.
Okay. Oh, TJ.
Yes, I work in corporate America. And unfortunately, sometimes as an African American, our names could work against us.
That's right.
So most people call me TJ. I am a commercial attorney.
Okay.
And as my sister stated, we're both from Mississippi. Obviously, we're sisters. Right. And I certainly can relate to Charlie and her many experiences.
Charlie was a beast now.
Yeah.
Charlie was fine. I had to put a mental picture of Charlie, but I listen. I know what you look like. Listen, run around with y'all too. Shout out to if y'all see what I'm seeing in here. Listen, Charlie, anything like, y'all better get it right. Get it right. Go ahead. I ain't trying to interrupt your story though.
No, that's it. So I'm super excited for my sister. I remember when she first began writing the book and sending some drafts to me to get feedback. And I was like, whoa, this is going to be really, really good. And I think, it's been a long time coming,
right?
Where we had some new and fresh authors that are kind of bringing that Zane like feel back.
That oomph.
Yeah, Sister Soldier, that those really real, raw, and just relatable experiences that not only myself I can identify with, but I'm sure a lot of other women, even if they don't want to say it or not,
keep it real, right?
Yeah, so.
Got that shout out. They better keep it real. You gonna keep it real because a lot of y'all gonna see yourself in this book.
Oh yeah.
Tell you right now, I know some of y'all. But no,
yes,
one to two. And we all this Charlie.
So we're gonna tell them the name of the book though.
No, not yet.
Not yet. No. You think we should keep them? Okay, listen. You know what? They can wait.
Yeah, this is how we do it right here. Trust me, they're gonna know. They already know, but they already know. But we got to bring it in on that G5 flavor, that 5-cast flavor.
Yeah.
I just like to hold the book in my hand because Charlie, ooh. Do y'all say preface or preface?
Preface.
Okay, because I say preface. I just want to make sure because I ain't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, if you check the daggone preface out though, it says being a whore isn't easy, but so many of us do it. Shout out to that being honest. Listen, and that's coming from a woman. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to admit some things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we have stuff in us. You know what I'm saying? But it's what it is. Okay, so this is how we do it.
Okay.
All right. So I like to go back and see you done brought your sister in, so she's gonna get drugged into this too now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I have people, their sisters call in, their mama call in, and listen. In fact, Kenzie was coming back tonight. Her mom is here because he's from Lake Charles originally. Shout out to Kenzie again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, AKA.
Hey, Kenzie.
But her mom's in town right now, so Kenzie coming to the show. So
pause for a second. Did you say she was an AKA?
She was a K, yeah.
Oh, tell Kenzie I said hi. Shout out to the members of Delta Sigma Theta.
Shout out to the Delta. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's all
shout
good.
Out Sorors.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody. Shout out to everybody. I don't Greek, non-Greek. It don't matter. Everybody.
Right, I guess.
That's how it's supposed to work, though.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be partial. Because we, I don't want people to be partial. Be like, oh, shit, Delta, I ain't gonna read her book. I don't want nobody to say that.
Oh no.
I don't want nobody to do that. No. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna read some K books. I don't read no Delta books.
They wouldn't do that.
I don't want people to do that. So we got to shout out to everybody. Hey, shout out to my socks right now. Hold on.
Yeah, I see Elmo, right?
Wait a minute. Those are cute.
Shout out to my socks. I keep on sock game.
I didn't notice those.
My sock game is strong.
Yeah.
Cause you know why? I don't care.
But they're cute though.
I don't care what somebody thinks.
Your whole style, everything you got on, you look cute today.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
authenticity.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, you see it.
Yeah.
You see it. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Okay. We're gonna go back to what's the fondest memory that you have when you were a kid, and where were you at that day?
My fondest
yeah,
memory?
Your fondest memory when you was a kid.
Crazy.
And where were you at that day? I need to know where you were at that day though.
Okay, fondest memory. So I was 8 years old.
Okay,
8 years old. I was about to celebrate my of course my 8th birthday. I was in 3rd grade. I was in Perkinston, Mississippi.
Okay, shout out to Perkinston. Oh, P-Town. They doing it big out there. They got a cookout this Saturday in Perkinsville, and everybody's invited. Everybody's invited.
And so I was preparing for my birthday party, and there was this little boy that I like. Remember Wendell?
Wendell. You remember Wendell?
Yes. Yeah. And so my mom wanted him to be my boyfriend so bad, so she was like, "You can wear anything you want."
Ooh, so, you did?
Yeah. I was like, "Really?"
She's like, "You know Charlie and you, did you?"
No.
Okay.
No. I Charlie.
You weren't fast at that time. Shout out, she wasn't fast at 8. I'm glad.
I wasn't fast at 8. I wasn't fast. I was like 21. That's when I started going real fast. But anyway, so birthday party, my dad, remember when grandma had the floral shop?
Yes.
In the country. So my grandmother had this floral shop.
Uh-huh.
And so we had a big party and it was a dance. So imagine all your friends. I live in this small town where my only friends were my cousins, right? And then anybody else had to drive like 15 minutes to get to you, which seemed like 2 hours back then.
Right.
And so all of my friends from everywhere was at the birthday party. I had my white pants, capri pants, my red and white shirt. Should have known then that I was going to become a Delta. And all my friends was there, my dad and my grandparents. But my grandmother, who is the love of my life.
Okay, shout out to grandma. What's grandma's name? What was her name?
Her name is Clements Avery.
Miss Avery Clements. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. We appreciate you. You did a good thing out there. You made her mama, you know. Lord
that
Jesus,
was my
everything
grandmother.
Came out good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was my grandmother. That was my grandmother's like first time. She would say "I love you,"
right?
But that was her first time telling me. I mean, she would show me what love is and tell me biblically what love is. Sure. But that was her first time giving me like this big hug, and she was like, "I love you, and I'm proud of you."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was 8 years old. Yeah, and so that's one of my fondest moments. My mom told me all the time, but my granny was like, "I love you."
So we're gonna start from 8 years old then. So what kind of child
was I?
Was you at 8 years old?
I was timid. I was shy. I was insecure.
Why?
Because I didn't know any other way to be.
Ah.
Yeah. Growing up in Wiggins.
Yeah.
You don't know any other way to be, but to a lot of negativity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So describe the town at that time, during that time period.
At that time.
Yeah, because I try to keep it time based. So I want to see why you felt this way. 8 years old.
Okay, let me try to be as descriptive and help me out, please.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it's very small, but I mean, I'm certain that even around that time, it's like if you go home today, it's like you're stuck in a time warp because not much has changed.
So y'all not going back. That's what it was.
Oh, say what?
So people they leave and they're not really coming back.
Ain't nobody leaving.
No, most people don't leave.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's where I'm from in Wiggins. So she grew up in Perkinston, but she grew up in Wiggins, which is 2 miles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's one flashing light. That's it.
Oh, the flash, not even stop.
No. Just a flashing light. And then it was a Taylor's food store and one gas station.
Yeah.
And then the community college there, right?
Okay.
And so on the road that we lived on, my grandparents had like 30 acres of land. So it was just us and my cousins. And that's it. So it's really, really small. And so when you grow up around your cousins and your family, like that's it. That's all you have. No one. My grandmother raised me, so all she knew is what she knew. Sure. She didn't know to say, "Hey, Maya, go out, with this cornbread. You can be Jiffy cornbread because my cornbread tastes like Jiffy." She was a maid. You know what? You can own a Mary maid. So she didn't teach me that entrepreneurship. But what she taught me was all she knew was don't be like her. Don't be stuck in a space like me.
Are you serious?
And be better than me. Yeah.
Okay.
But she didn't know how to properly articulate that.
Okay, push it out. Right.
And so during that time in Wiggins, a lot of people have the same mindset of like negativity, thinking really, really small. And it's not because they want to be that way. It's because of the lack of exposure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's deeply rooted in lack and limitation. And if you really think about it, I mean, the things that you hear from very early on, like money doesn't grow on trees, like you don't realize like, whoa, that's a limiting belief that I now have in my adult life because I have a scarcity mindset, right? So everything is just like go to high school, graduate, go work at the local, wood plant and like, okay, that's it.
Yeah,
you don't
have pretty much the rotation.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything else after that, and so that's why a lot of people get stuck there. And you see how Charlie unfolds in the book.
Okay, so you're 8 years old, and this is the area that you're around. Okay, so let's like on a daily basis. So what were your What are the things you did on
activity?
the day? Yeah, what did you do?
That's so cool. So I'll tell my kids this all the time. I'm like, look, when I was y'all age, let me tell
outside.
you. Outside. Take it outside. So we didn't have a baseball team or kickball or basketball or AAU when I was growing up.
Right.
So our field was big enough to where we created our own kickball. So we played kickball outside.
Shout out to them kickball, because my kickball game was strong. We was in the projects, but our kickball game was strong as I don't know.
So much fun.
Kickball, and then we did trails in the woods where my older cousin would go and hide tree barks that's marked with a ribbon, and we would have to find it. That's the type of creative games that we came up. The trash, but we burned it outside. I'm sorry about that.
It's real. Hey, we don't play over here. Keep it real. We ain't sugarcoating nothing down here. Say what you gotta say.
It was a trash pile outside where we burned the trash outside. Of course we did with jump rope, but we created so many games because when Christmas was the only time that we got toys.
Okay.
And it was only a toy or two a piece because
you appreciate it
I didn't know that I was poor until I became an adult.
And I was like, that was good though.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you got, if we think about it, that means really we probably kind of went through life full of appreciation.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think it is sometimes,
And I know for me, I knew what I experienced, and I ended up leaving Wiggins when I was 10 or 11.
Okay.
No, I don't want. I'm gonna get back, but I just knew during that time. I knew from my experience, I didn't want her to experience.
Because what was the gap?
Yeah.
What was the gap?
Age gap between us?
When y'all, because when you were 8, how old was she?
Not born.
Okay, well, shout out not being born. She done brought you in the picture. You ain't there yet. See, you trying to skip the story. We can't have her. Wow, yeah. We can't have her on the books yet.
Okay.
We're gonna bring her in.
How old are you?
I must have been.
How old are you?
8.
Oh, she was 2.
Now, shout out to being 2. You know what I'm saying? We 2 years old.
That's right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to being 2. Let's see. What Tony say? They on point with the description of a small town Mississippi. And right, Tony, all day long. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I appreciate you just Tony. What you mean in the view? I don't know what Earth 32 talking about. Something wrong with the view. Ain't nothing wrong with this view. But anyway, I think she's talking about the camera angle because normally the camera is there, but it's right. No. But what I did was the last episode. I said, you don't want to try the camera in the corner. I think the angle is better that way. You know what I'm saying? So this way I can really highlight the guests. They know what I look like.
Yeah.
So my thing, I wanted to really kind of concentrate, and then you wouldn't have to look. You can look at yourself. The guests can look at themselves, and they can look at the camera at the same time. So I kind of then their plus one can look over there too.
Yeah. No.
See, I don't really like that here. See, and I don't tell people that when they bring. I say no. I tell people they not bring plus one. And they figure, oh yeah, I'm going to see a guy, so I don't want to be by myself. So, but they don't know they're about to get on the mic too.
Okay.
I bring everybody in, but okay. So you're 8 years old. Daily activities, just pretty much just being a kid, being creative, going out in the woods, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just every day. Okay. So, what were your likes? What were the things you like to do? Even though you did those things, but like, what was your personality?
So my personality was, I was as outspoken and bold as I am now. I was very timid, which is unbelievable. I look at myself and be like, girl.
Very unbelievable.
So I was
shout out to her sister validating that. Validation was strong on that right there now. Trying to tell you.
Yeah, I was timid. At 8 years old, I was not a leader by no means. Definitely a follower.
Okay.
Yeah. At 8, but I just loved family.
Right.
And like you were just saying, like about the appreciation and being grateful for small things.
Right.
Like the things that I didn't know that I had. I didn't need them.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that they were missing, until someone else exposed it to me. I'm like,
Right.
And so, like I said earlier, being poor, not having, I didn't know that I was poor. My personality was, I love family. I love my grandparents. We had this big field next to the house.
Y'all had 30 acres. Y'all had a whole bunch of fields.
Yeah.
Shout out to owning 30 acres back in, come on now. Everybody wasn't owning no acres. They didn't own 1 acre. Y'all ran here with 30 of them?
30.
Come on, man.
And, just growing the cornfield. I mean, my dog, who I love to death right now, Pancake,
Pancake.
She's in the house with me. But my doggy back then was staying up under the house, was getting straps, and I didn't understand why.
You know what I'm saying? Under the
Outside
house, outside. But it wasn't tied up, though.
No, but the horse was tied up to to the satellite, the little long pole. So we got our horse on that, and he would just turn the pole for us so the TV could work.
Y'all, we gonna call Pete on them. Hey, Pete, I need y'all to go back into the depository. They were abusing horses back then. How you gonna let the daggone horse?
The horse.
I get on people who had a dog going around a chain, but y'all
horse was on a little rope, and we loved the little horse. So as far as my personality back then, it was just like, this is life. This is life as I know it, and I'm happy with what God has given me in this life, and that was all I knew.
Okay, too. So let's go ahead and move up a little bit. Let's go ahead. So evidently, it's one of the towns where, it's one high school town.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. So kind of all the schools just kind of feed each other.
Yep.
Or did y'all? Was it one of those K through 12s?
No.
It wasn't that small.
No. So
it all one school.
It was it was 2 elementaries. So in Perkiston, what it was, first grade through 6th grade.
No, it was kindergarten through. Oh, back then.
Back then. Yeah. So it was 1st grade through 6th grade, because kindergarten we all went to Gum Branch, right? So it's one kindergarten, and then
the Head Start.
The Head Start.
Head Start. Look at it. You don't see them brush people back right there. People talking about preschool. No, you ain't go to Head Start. Y'all don't even know what's going on. The Head Start game was strong.
Right.
Cause we was out in the project, so our mamas was ready for us to go to Head Start. Right. So we can get up out of there, because everybody was bad in the building. I stayed in. So shout out to everybody with Head Start and not preschool.
I'm a Head Starter.
I'm a Head Starter. You know what? I'm gonna make a T-shirt. I went to Head Start.
You know what? When you make it, let me know. I'm buying one.
I'm gonna do that. I'm real. I went to Head Start. All the preschool mess. I don't know when they started that drama.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to school. So let's go ahead and get to we're gonna put you. Do you have a junior high school?
Yes. Okay. Not middle school, but junior high.
Junior high.
Yeah, junior high. That's
junior high?
Right.
Yeah. To y'all, shout out to junior highs. Well, that was middle school. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, so junior high school went to 8th grade, right?
Yep.
Okay, 8th grade. So that means you running bad.
No, she was sweet.
Come on, you got kid. It ain't fun if you say she was sweet.
She
was sweet. So you the bad one. Okay, shout out you being bad and she being the sweet one. So
I was actually a good kid too.
Listen, y'all ain't gonna be for Wiggins around here. Just everybody good now.
No, the bad comes later.
Okay, the bad comes later. Okay, we're going to college now. Anyway. So all right, so you're in junior high school. Mm-hmm. Okay, what was your temperament like during that time period, and what kid were you?
Okay, so in junior high, I was on the dance team.
So, hold up now.
Dancing dolls over here. Yeah.
Exclusive. She didn't know it.
It's a reason why she didn't know it's coming soon.
It's exclusive in there.
Yeah.
I'll be getting exclusives. I don't know that.
I was in junior high. I was on the dance team at Central Junior High so when I was in junior high, I had left Perkiston, Mississippi.
Okay.
And moved to Gulfport, the big city, which is 35 minutes away.
Yeah, shout out to 35-minute drive will change your life.
It did.
It changed your life. Now 35 minutes.
Oh yes, it's a big difference.
We're gonna bring them 35 minutes up later on too. They changed some things.
Yeah. That's so good. I was living with my mom then. And I was in middle school. So I started like feeling myself. I never thought that I was attractive, because I always wanted to be darker. Always, all my life.
We had a little conversation about that.
Interesting.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Always wanted to be darker. Nikki.
Oh yeah.
Always wanted to be darker. My grandmother used to talk about like the Kennedys and the racism, and I was like, well, they don't like Black people, then I want to be as dark as I can get, whatever. Pro me. And I remember saying that to her when I was like 9 or 10. She was like, don't say that. Don't say that. Whatever. They use it against you. And so in middle school, I struggled with not being dark enough.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, most people want to be light skin, right? But not me.
Definitely in back then.
Right.
I'm going to tell you about that light skin. I did not. Pretty people.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I had no desire, and it was something that I struggled with inwardly, like being too light.
So you would never say anything to anybody about it?
No, I never told anyone that.
Like during that time, especially.
Yeah, not during that time.
So this is exclusive for you? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
No,
I didn't. I mean, we talk. I mean, I think that you're always discovering something new about the people that you care about. You don't tell everyone to know all your secrets.
No, yeah, I definitely understand, but I just think and I wasn't saying in a bad way like y'all talk. I'm just saying like that's amazing though.
Yeah,
saying to be in 8th grade and just even to be thinking about something at that time period. Saying towards yourself like that, like that's
And also in 8th grade, well, sixth or seventh grade, I was diagnosed with dyslexia and ADHD or what have you, but they didn't know what to do with me. And so I couldn't read. So they put me in a reading class, right? So I'm in this reading class and I still can't read. And then after they tested me again, the problem is I can't fucking see. I wear glasses. I just needed glasses. I'm like, I just can't see. So I'm struggling with reading because I can't see the words on the page or whatever. And what my mom didn't allow them to do was create an IEP for me. Thank God for that, or whatever.
And you're gonna be riding a short bus.
But for the
come on, sister.
But for those
your sister just be raw with it. Right. I wasn't saying that like that. She just straight up say, "So you gonna be riding the short bus?"
Yeah. Don't expect anything different from her, but not not to say that that's a bad thing, but for me it would have been a bad thing because it probably would have changed the trajectory of my life,
definitely,
or what have you. So once we discovered that the girl need glasses, I put glasses on. Then I'm in accelerated English.
Come on now,
so just being in this. Being in Mississippi in that small town and being a Black female, you just get skipped over. And so in my mind, because of what I had experienced was I was already told that I wasn't good enough, that I'd never be good enough. I wasn't the right color and or dark enough. I wasn't intelligent enough.
Right.
And nobody ever encouraged me or motivated me to inspire me to say, hey, you are enough.
Right.
And so being on the dance team, I feel like I was always in competition with, my teammates or whatever, because not that I wanted to be better with them, because nobody ever told me that the competition is you're competing with yourself and not other people.
That's right.
And I had to learn that later on in life, of course. So that's what it was like for me in 8th in middle school. You can't have good girlfriends because if you have a good girlfriend, then that means something. If you're friends with a guy, then that means something. So all the stigmas that's attached to you. And then having to hormonal, going through those things. So in middle school, it wasn't as bad as high school.
Okay.
But middle school was definitely, I realized that, I don't have a learning curve. I have the ability to learn. So it was an awakening for me.
Well, you know what? I'm glad the glasses came out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out them glasses. And you look good in the glasses too. She was trying to take some pictures without a glass. I said, no, you have to keep them on.
And bifocals too.
The left eye is a trifocal.
Listen, sisters don't play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna slide them in there when they can get them in there. You hear me? Because she is not letting up on her. I'm trying to be supportive over here. You like the short buzz. Yeah, them bifocals too.
It's okay.
Shout out to her sister.
It's okay.
And she was the good one. She was nice.
She had to grow to be the person that she is right.
Yeah, we're gonna get that exclusive right there.
Yeah,
but I think that's a whole nother show. And you stay here too.
Yes.
Yeah, I said I need a lawyer too. So I haven't had an attorney on the show.
Oh.
At all.
I was gonna suggest that.
Well, let's go ahead and make this happen. We're gonna set that date up. Hey, don't play. Okay, don't play with me. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, this is how I roll now. Hey, we can get your mic now. We can get your mic player. He good. We can get him a mic. All right. So 8th grade, you had some discoveries on things. So let's go ahead and move to high school then. Let's go on to high school. Baby. Freshman year, 9th grade, you got a triple fat goose bomber jacket on at the time because that was hot. And you heading to high school.
I am.
Cute and everything. Were you feeling yourself yet?
So, no, I didn't start feeling myself.
Okay.
Not in 9th grade.
What 9th?
Not in 8th grade, 9th, 10th grade. Nah.
Okay. Well, some 9th grade. What was 9th grade year like?
So my 9th grade year was pretty good, so it was a guy.
Who?
It was this guy,
right? Yeah, he always a dude now.
This man,
and he's a man stories.
Now. And he was
like, right there, he's still a guy.
He's still, he was a boy. He was a boy, and he was like, when you get in high school, when you get in high school, you're gonna be my girlfriend because I can't date anybody in junior high. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to wait from 9th grade because he was a popular guy.
What he doing? Hold on, his fat self. What the hell he doing all down in damn junior high school?
I know. Well, he was just 1 grade ahead of me.
Oh, okay, he's a 9th grade.
Grade.
I was about to say, he was 11th grade trying to pimp 8th graders. He got a problem.
He did exactly. I would have thought the same.
Okay.
So I get in high school. He's in the 10th grade. I'm in the 9th grade. He was like, oh. Maya, you're here.
Oh, he said that. So he said this to you. You fine.
But then I was like, wait a minute.
Oh.
It's more than one.
Okay, hold on.
All of these boys are here at this school. So he was like, so you're going to be my girlfriend? Because I've told everybody you was going to be my girlfriend.
Oh, so he was trying to get dibs.
I was like, oh, yeah, about that. I ain't know that y'all coming
all these different forms.
Let me pick. Let me take my pick. I chose the wrong one, but you know.
Damn, shout out to her choices wasn't good. Early on,
not good.
Her early on choices
was not good at all.
In all the selections wasn't right.
Yes.
You probably should have stayed with him.
You know,
at that time, he probably trying to be a good guy.
When I tell you he's an amazing guy,
see what I'm saying?
I should have. Like that would have been the right choice.
Right.
Like,
but now you knew everything, didn't you?
Exactly.
Now you
I was like,
everything.
God, you know what? You have set me up in so many different places to be with some of the great people, and I've just been making poor decisions.
No, you ain't made no poor one. You wrote this book, so you made a great one. Because it gave you all the fuel. You needed that right there, so you get that fuel. That's what it was.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The greatness piece of it. All right. So you're ninth grade. You stiffed arm, my man. Okay, that's cool. You got stiffed arm, and so now you are you doing anything dancing in high school in ninth grade?
No, I'm not in any activities in high school.
Was your book game strong?
Yeah.
So you had it like that.
The guy that I did end up dating, he was a super nerd.
Okay.
Super geek.
And them shout out them geeks, nerds, whatever y'all want to call them.
Yes, and I'm attracted to smart men, and always have been.
Right.
And because of his intelligence, because he was smart all by himself, it pushed me to be smart. And so the latter part of my ninth grade, it actually was in 10th grade. That's when I began to realize to say, oh, you know what? I need to be smart too.
What an epiphany.
I know. All you have to do is apply yourself, like read and study, and this is how it works. And you remember and you have recall. That's it. No one ever told me that growing up. Right. So it was because of him. So that was an advantage that I had with dating this particular guy. And I dated him throughout high school.
Okay, so he's the same grade?
Oh, he was older.
He was about 11th grade, was he? Was he 11th grade?
He was in 11th grade.
Not shout out, but listen, he's stalking. That's stalking right there.
When I tell you I was so great to this man, he hadn't got married to this day because he's still like.
He waiting.
Yeah.
She said he better. But anyway, I heard you say. I heard you say.
They waiting on me.
Shout out, hey, look, dude.
I'm just playing just in case you listen.
Yeah. Ooh. Listen, that the camera called you. What you just said right there. Okay. But all right. So. You 9th grade, he 11th grade. He trying to groom you. He hitting you with the books. That's what he doing. Okay, but so that's cool. So you say you dated him all through high school?
I dated him through high school.
Okay, well let's go ahead and get 12th grade then. Shoot, so we know you wasn't dancing no more. Okay, you wasn't dancing.
I was working 2 jobs though.
Where you working at? Where you working at? Give me one of the places. Shout out to Wendy's. I told y'all about playing with that number 2. That damn number 2. That was back when Dave was living.
Right.
Come on now. Don't act like you don't know Dave. You don't know Dave, do you? No. Dave was the founder of Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Remember, he was back when Where's the Beef?
Right.
Remember her?
I remember that.
Shout out to Where's the Beef lady. Yeah. She died a long time ago, but listen, we remember her. But you said Wendy doing them number 2.
You know what? Yeah. I was at Wendy's and I worked at McDonald's also.
Look at you, a trader. You can't go from Wendy's to McDonald's.
I was working.
How you gonna do that?
Yeah, both jobs. At the
both of them.
Because I had to save to buy me a car.
But still, though.
I was like in the.
Listen, Ronald McDonald gonna have an issue with you going over there hanging out with the Hamburglar.
Well, Ronald.
Not a Hamburger, that's Burger King.
Okay, that's Burger King.
Shout out to me. Sandra Rowan there gonna play.
Why you know all this?
I was from the project. See, y'all have all this other stuff.
Baby right here.
Listen.
These fast food restaurants.
Listen, that was a highlight for the project kids. So we knew like Ronald McDonald, the Burglar, Hamburglar, and Grimace, and like to go to Burger King was a big deal. Like maybe once every 3 or 4 months. That was a treat. And you came back. You were rocking the Burger King bag or McDonald bag. Because one, in the hood, those stores weren't close to you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have no Burger Kings and stuff like that. So so to be able to go there because you had to catch the bus. Your mama had to be with you. Shout out to riding the bus, doing the transfers and all that stuff right there. Because my transfer game was strong. I could transfer all through the city. You know what I'm saying?
You just had to drive. Right.
Okay, then. Well, listen, we was on the bus. Right. But okay, so it's 12th grade. Using 12th grade, so we're gonna go to her later on. I think I'm gonna get her in high school. Something happened in high school with her. I already know it. I feel it in my genes. Something in high school went on with you, didn't it?
Middle school.
It was middle school. I was okay.
She was fast. Well, go ahead.
Anyway, yeah.
Easy to find.
She's trying to have that look. See, she got the attorney look. Listen, admit to nothing and deny everything. Okay. All right. Anyway, shout out to me knowing that slogan because it's real. It's real. But so 12th grade year, dude, he should be grown with a beard in college by then, but he still dating this joker. Okay, so you're 12th grade. Are you looking at staying there in town, going to the community college, or what?
So the bad part about that relationship was that I dealt with domestic violence.
Come on now.
With him.
Come on now.
And so my
hell no. Hold up. I gotta pause.
Why we clapping about that?
No, because this is me. Yeah. This is a shout out to me right now. Yeah. Listen, that domestic stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's no go.
I know.
And this joker started early. He started early.
Mm-hmm. He did. But he did what he was taught and what he saw at home, right? And he was a product of his own experience.
Okay.
And so so back to 12th grade. Yeah, 12th grade. My goal was to go into the military, and I was like, "Go in the military. I'm going to marry you, and you'll get help."
Okay.
You know, I want you to get help and take you out of the environment.
So you had a plan for him.
Yeah, I had a plan for us. And
that's a backwards move, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was his freshman year in college, and so
okay, where was he at?
He was in Mississippi at a major university.
You don't want to tell it?
No. I don't want to give him too much credit, but anyway, for people,
okay,
yeah,
because people know the story, so
yeah.
Okay.
And so, I ended up not going to college then,
okay,
because a matter of fact, it was two highlights. It was a highlight and a low. During this time is when I met my sister for the very first time.
Shout out to me, the bad one at that time, because she was bad at the time now. Yeah, we're gonna tell the truth on you now.
She was bad. Yeah, but
we need to highlight some of that bad. Why was she bad? So when you met her,
she was just grown.
No, I'm saying this right here. So you say you met her for the first time. So that means you knew about her for the first time. So how was that experience for you, knowing that, hey, I got a sister?
She when I walked in the house, she was like, "Hey, I'm Tawana. I'm your sister." So people in Wiggins know about me and who I am. Like I'm just like, we're both like little celebrities now, but you know, like because of my family and my family name.
Right.
But I had no idea about her, and it was a shock, but then it was an overwhelming amount of joy, because from that point forward, I grabbed her and I was like, "You would not be like me."
What was your thought when you seen your sister, your big sister, walk through the door?
Yeah, so I knew about my sister. So, Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Okay.
We love him. We both have, very strong affection for our dad.
Okay,
so,
shout out to him. He's rolling stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He rolled now. Yeah. He's still living.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? What's his initials? Give me the initials. I work with initials.
KG.
Goddamn KG was out there in them streets. KG, you should have been out in them streets, but hey, but your gene game strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did some good work.
So funny enough, my father's sister, my aunt,
okay, auntie,
she brought our brother Kenyon to the house to meet me, because the town is so small. She was like, "Hey, I want you to know this is your sister, so you don't try to,
try to get with her. You had to have an introduction. Like, you can't mess with that one. No, that's a secret right there, so you can't."
Yeah. Exactly. So she introduced me to Kenyon. So I knew about Maya, but I hadn't met her at that point. And so for me, it was exciting because, I had my mom, we have different mothers, obviously. And so I had an older brother and a cousin that I spent time with, but I was always know that I needed someone older that I could relate to, and because not at the time you couldn't say some things you wanted to say to your parents,
true,
and so
definitely.
It was a turning point in my life for sure.
Okay, so it was definitely a reception to just know that you had a sister, a big sister, like man.
And I mean, and she was very vocal about saying, "Hey, you're not gonna go down the same path as me," and like I really, really received that, and And I believe that even though I was fast, you know.
Okay, ain't no wrong with a little damn fastness now. A little quick stuff.
I
was. We ain't gonna bring out. We gonna say that for your show,
right?
I'm gonna find out on your show now how fast you was now.
But
now you cleaned it up later on anyway, so it don't matter. Clean up on aisle 11. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. And so, you know, she came at a very pivotal time in my life, and I think, but for that experience, that sisterhood that we had, I don't know that I would be here today, just because college and, you know, those things that we talked about, those weren't things that were talked about in my household, because, you know, my mom just graduated from high school, you know, and she did the best that she could, and you know, but that was the extent of, you know, what was discussed about future.
Okay.
And so
I was her mama. I was like,
ain't no wrong with that. So you got a little sister.
I used to put her on punishment.
Listen, you're supposed to.
Yes, and her mom and I have a beautiful relationship. I love. That's who needs to come with you.
She's so funny.
They'll bring her on opinion. Don't play. That'd be +1. Listen, I have mama here giggling. No, mama be giggling.
Mama have you in here giggling.
Well, I want giggling with her then. It'd be bunch of giggling.
But yeah, so after, you know, meeting Tawana, we did have a very strong bonding relationship. You know, it was I felt like committed to ensuring that she didn't have the experience that I had. Okay. In the meantime, I also was a teen mom. So by this abusive guy that I was in a relationship with that I love so much, I had a daughter.
So is that the reason why you didn't go to school at the time?
Yeah. So I was in.
That's one of the reasons.
I went to a local community college. Okay. I had gotten pregnant.
Okay. All right. So you trust that? I'm trusting that right by me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find out about it now.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm good.
I know. She grown. She can't help but. We know she couldn't just materialize. Yeah. She had to come in some type of way.
Yeah. So she's 26 now.
Okay. Shout out to her baby 25. Old quarter. Ain't nothing wrong with the quarter.
Who knows? She's one of those.
Yeah. She probably had an age anyway.
So she's 25.
So you were at a community college. You know what I'm saying, doing your thing.
Lost my virginity to this.
And got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
like, I should have went to Walmart.
Listen, damn do this.
I should have went to Walmart and picked up that popcorn that night. But
speaking of popcorn, when I came in here, I saw the popcorn machine. I was getting really excited, but there's nothing.
No, it ain't. I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out this.
Can we get popcorn? No.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to be some popcorn on the show from this point forward. It's dang. Jay Rich said, "Look how amazing you are." You know what I'm saying? You know, just based off everything with y'all. She said that. Jay Rich, that's my homegirl. She's that's the queen of trucking right there. Anybody know anything about trucking? You can know Jay Rich. You know what I'm saying? She's dominating. She don't. No, I don't think she do TikTok, but she's on IG. YouTube. Okay. Yeah, YouTube. She's big time.
Fun fact, I used to work for Schneider.
Did you?
The trucking, yes.
Come on, shout out to them Schneider.
I did logistics for them. Yeah.
Did you? Okay, so you look at you on that thing.
Another fun fact, our brother owns his truck. He's a trucker also. He owns a truck. Man, matter of fact, he's in town.
Is he?
Yeah, I spoke with him earlier today.
Y'all just having a family reunion out here this weekend.
We should have had him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had your baby, you had your daughter. All right. So during that process, were you still thinking about going further than the community college?
Oh, absolutely.
So what was your plans on that, and how did you make that happen?
So with that process, I have a daughter. I have a sister. I'm like, what I don't want is for her to have what I had. And I don't necessarily know how to give her much more than what I have. Right. But I can give her more mentally and emotionally and mentally to stimulate her, right? So my idea, what I did was, and I did this for the wrong reason. So I got married. I married a man.
You married him?
I am.
Hold on. No, you ain't gonna do this right here now.
It was a different one.
Because you don't went. Hold up now. I'm lost right here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so
a different one. You skate through that right there.
You want to skate? If you want to skate, let me know. We'll skate.
Go ahead. Now go ahead.
Okay, so we was at community college for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
the story I was on.
Yeah.
Okay, we had the baby. But you and him broke up.
So, all right.
No, we ain't got to tell the details.
No, so we broke up. Yeah, we broke up.
You and him broke up. Okay,
the abuse got worse. And so I said, I don't want her having a daughter to experience this and to say, hey, this is what love looks like. And this is what life is like.
Right.
And I made a decision in that moment on January the 1st, 1996, to not have her to experience that.
Okay, so that's when you walked away from there. So
away.
Okay, I just wanted to figure where the new guy came from. That's all I was saying.
I'm gonna tell y'all about him.
Yeah,
just a little bit though. We don't need to spend.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go. No, we ain't giving nobody no credit. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, he just texted me 2 days ago.
Shout out to him texting 2 days ago. I don't know why he texted for, but anyway. So look to your face. So you broke away from the wrong relationship.
I did.
And you said you met this guy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Swept you off your feet. He did. Okay, and roll a good sweep now. Good sweep happened. Now then the broom might fall later on, but a good sweep can happen. Okay.
You know, it's funny because he tell people I only married her so he could be intimate with me because I was like, I ain't having sex no more after having that baby. I don't want nothing else popping up out of this. It was the worst.
So you figure he gonna lock that down, get that.
He's gonna have to.
Right.
Yeah.
But he locked it on down then. He must have did something right.
Like 3-4 days.
Okay.
It didn't last long.
Okay. So relationship brewed. You decided to get married.
Yeah.
Okay. You said, got married. I'm married. Happy, bliss. Boom. Okay. And then
we got a divorce like 30 days.
Shout out 30 days. This wasn't the right decision.
You know what? I had to rethink some things and I wanted to make a better decision. I was like, you know what? Let's get that a no. Can you take that off the books?
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to take that.
Okay, I don't know. Look at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Them work out too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that pushed him. He got stiff arm. Your stiff arm game is getting to be pretty good though. Okay, because you 9th grade, you stiff armed, right?
Yeah.
You stiffed on again. You stiffed on again. So your stiff arm game is strong.
Once I make a decision, it's a decision.
Yeah, I see. We don't be going backwards, do we?
You know,
we don't go backwards. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so at that point, he got the stiff arm. So where you at mentally at this point, as far as what I need to do?
So mentally, I'm like, okay, I have this child. I've left Mississippi.
Right.
I need to finish school, get an education.
Okay.
Excuse me. Because I want to be able to take care of this baby. I want to be able to provide for her and give her everything that I didn't have,
right.
Which was a bad decision.
Hold up now. Why you say that?
Well, I say
she spoiled to death. She tore up. Now we're gonna talk about her bad. We're gonna talk about her bad behind in a minute. We know she tore up. I can imagine too. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. Her mama did it.
I don't know who her real parents are. I gave her for adoption like 2 weeks ago. She won't stop calling me.
All right, so you so you decided you need to go further education.
So I further my education. And what's most important for me, and I don't want to offend anyone, is that like Christ is important to me. So like he is the root in the center of my life, right? Yeah. And for me, I wanted to ensure that I had that relationship with him because I lost it.
Yeah,
I lost my way by not knowing what I thought I knew, but really didn't know.
Right.
But I wanted her to have some like fundamentals of like Christianity and have a foundation. Because when your foundation is solid, you can build on it.
Don't play with me, but hold on, you ain't gonna roll by that. But that foundation game, I tell people all the time, the foundation ain't right. Listen.
Yeah.
That means the dog can't go underneath the house like y'all used to feed him back in the day. Don't act like I won't forget that. Shout out to me, remember that part of the story. But, the dog was outside underneath the house, y'all. Yeah. But eating scraps.
I was exactly just being away from Mississippi though, and going to, and I lived in Virginia, and I loved it.
So hold on, now we ain't left yet. Now you can't just go fly on the plane yet. So at that point, you said I'm gonna go to school now. Where?
No, so when I got married, I left Mississippi.
Oh, so you had already left.
Yeah,
so you gotta take me with you now.
I'm sorry.
I need to know where we're going now. I gotta take the ride with you.
Yeah,
so y'all went to Virginia. When you got married, you went to Virginia.
Yeah, I lived in Virginia. I lived in Virginia Beach.
Vibe Beach is in the house. Oh, baby. With the roll call. What's up, y'all? What you want to be?
I don't know.
You remember the dude on the radio in Virginia Beach.
Yeah,
you remember?
Yeah,
I know you remember the roll call.
I do.
It was a roll call.
Yeah.
She probably don't remember.
I don't remember all of it, but I remember what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like I can't recall it all.
But you don't even really listen to the radio.
But back then she did. Everybody, you couldn't help but hear that back then, now, because you know
I
she
did a little bit.
She said now. She said now. She got a little bad.
What she's trying to say is.
What you saying? What you saying, sis?
I'm saying. I mean, know, she's not gonna know anyway. Even if she was listening to the radio, she's not gonna be able to hop in on cue.
Oh, like, she's that one.
She was supposed to do next. She was not
gonna
do it.
Yeah, no. But if it's a gospel song,
you in?
I got it. But the other stuff, lost.
Okay,
lost.
But it wasn't a song. It was just like on the radio station. The dude.
Like the 9 o'clock props.
Yeah, it's kind of like
New Orleans.
Yeah, I remember that
one. It was one of those things.
293.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in Virginia at this time.
In Virginia.
All right, okay, so now your stiff arm moment happens. You said you're gonna go ahead and you need to go ahead and go to school somewhere. What do we choose?
So I went to Norfolk State.
Okay, shout out to damn Norfolk State now. Hold on now.
Norfolk State.
No, what year you down there? Okay, well, let me tell you, I might have ran into you now. Listen, I remember a girl named Maya too. 99. Okay, hold on. 99 right there. I was running around
99 in the 2000s.
99, 2000.
No, it was 98, 99.
98, yeah. I was in DC at the time. I used to go down there though. Hold up now, yeah. I was running around in Norfolk, going through the tunnel, getting on the other side. I don't know, I might sing you somewhere. Hold up, wrong button. Go ahead. I didn't want to push it.
So I ended up staying in Virginia for quite some time. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And then that's when my pimp game got strong.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about the pimp game. So you live at Norfolk State, doing your thing. Okay, and just enjoy college.
I did.
You enjoyed the college experience was the college experience.
I didn't have a real college experience like my sister here because I had a child. So I lived off, I didn't live on college, on college. I didn't live on the yard. I didn't enjoy the yard. Okay. I had my own place, you know, and I lived in Hampton. So I was going back and forth and I had a place in Virginia. So we was constantly moving around. Shit was poor and broke. Okay. And so I met this other dude, right? Okay, and so back and forth in college trying to take care of my daughter. Right. And he approached me, one day and he was like, look, he gave me a flower. He was like, call me. This is when folks used to write their phone numbers down.
Come on now. Where's the art at? Where's the art at?
Right.
Come on now. We need to bring that back.
Yeah.
That's like conversation needs to come back.
Yeah.
We need to have people have conversation.
And so he got my phone number. I waited, a little while and I called him.
He gave you his number.
He gave me his number.
That's how you do it too. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's how we used to do. I think I gave some of my number back in old 98, 99.
You remember when we used to have pages though back in the day?
Come on, I had my Sky pager. I had the regular pager. And during that time, that's the pager game was strong.
Yes, remember Nextel pager?
What?
That's two-way. Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how Nextel I was. Remember Nextel after the pages phased out, the cell phones came out, and then Sprint bought Nextel.
Right.
Like that's how pager I was. I was on Nextel's
Sprint
pager. It turned into the phones. And then the Sprint. So shout out to me for going through the whole series. Sprint. I tell the people in customer service right now. Listen, I was back there with the pages was going on.
You started in 1998.
Come on now, doing it. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
And my pager game was strong too.
Mine too. Ooh. Did you have the codes in your pager?
Don't do codes. I ain't do codes because I couldn't remember nobody's number. You better put your number in there for me. Shout out to everybody called me. You had to put your number, and I called you. But see, you can call back for me because I'm trying to figure out who got my number. Cause I would only give my number. I would never take a girl's number. I would only give my number out because they knew if they wanted to talk to me or something, right? Because if I was calling them, I'm bugging them. I'm not gonna bug nobody.
And you knew you had a selection.
No, it wasn't that. It just I didn't want to bug anybody. I didn't want to bug anybody.
I don't blame you.
Listen, I wish I did have a selection.
You had
options. No, the law of numbers, right? You give out 100 numbers, somebody gonna call you. Out 100, right?
So this particular guy, so we were dating, and
he did something to you. I can see the way you talking right now. You look eyes fluttering and everything. He got
you
a
wonderful experience.
He got you. I'm watching it too. He got her toe up. He might still have her toe up right now. The way she talking about it back then.
Nah, I'm good.
But okay, wait. Anyway, but go ahead. But go on. Keep the same look now.
So this guy, this amazing man, he came in. I was like, look. I just got a divorce. I said, I don't even think it's finalized. Right. And need you to pay for it because I ain't got no money.
Oh, you was a pimp like that for real. Your pimp getting real.
Pimp by blood.
Yeah, you said Pops. Pops was doing it up now.
My mama was. But
damn. Shout out to mama too.
My mama didn't play no games. But
mama cut you off.
Yeah, no, my mom taught me. She's like, look. Don't lay on your back for free. Men can take from you and leave you with a wet ass and give you nothing in return. So it's a choice you have to make.
Mom still
getting value without price.
What's my name?
Yeah. What's my mom? Her name is Diane.
There's Diane in the building. Diane, let me tell you.
Dirty Diana.
Well, I love to meet you because you got that. You got that game.
She's a beautiful woman.
I can imagine. Listen, I don't think nothing in y'all family is bad. No,
you know
what I'm saying
this woman accurate statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day.
That's an accurate statement.
She in here doing litigation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So he was like, I'll pay for it for you. And he was like, so where you gonna live? I'm like, here. He was like, nah. And it was funny. He was an older guy. He used to call me PYT. And he told me, he said, I know you wet behind the ears and you're green, right? And he was right. I didn't recognize how right he was in that moment, but I didn't want him to be. I was like, oh, I got this, you know? And
so you say he was older. How old?
He was 9 years older.
Oh, 9? Ain't around 9 PC. Yeah, he trying to give you the game. He trying to give you the game.
Yeah, he gave it to me too.
That's what I'm talking about. He's supposed to. Shit, you ain't give me the game then. Shout out to him. Listen, I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate him also.
I appreciate you all day. So you're supposed to get a game out.
I like talking about these little old relationships.
Ooh, don't say. I'm gonna take you there. That's what I do. I got sis, I got the watch right here. It's 4:28. I got the time.
Okay.
She trying to run my shoulder. She give them a turn this boy. They always want to be on.
I got you.
Listen.
And so
she told me what time I gotta stop.
Okay.
You tell me 5:30.
Yeah, by 5:15. Because I need to be there by 5:30.
What's her name?
Chef Shay.
Chef Shay, listen, Chef. we got plenty of time. It's just 4:28. We got plenty of time.
And so
we'll be all through the story by 5 o'clock. I'll be done by 5.
Okay. So I meet this guy, whatever, and he was like, I'll pay for your divorce. She knows this. He paid for the divorce. He got me and my daughter a condo. And,
he's an old player. Hold on now. Hold on. You ain't just messing with no old broke dude.
Yeah, I don't do those anymore.
Ooh.
And so
sister might objection on that.
But the thing is, I'm a valued and I'm a woman of substance. I'm not just any woman.
Ooh.
So any man can't just step to
can't
me.
run upon you.
And so the first thing I do is I read the spirit and I discern very, very well.
Okay.
And I'm okay with being rejected, but I'm also okay with rejecting,
Tell me one more time. That's a damn t-shirt. You keep making any damn t-shirts in here today. Because you just made another t-shirt.
Yeah.
I think we made the first one though.
Yeah.
The first one I made that one.
You did.
Yeah, the head start. That's me. Right, you don't get that credit right there. I know you got to turn you on the books. Well, listen.
This is my turn right
here.
And so
say that one more time though. I like that.
Oh, about the rejection. I said I'm okay with being rejected, but I'm also okay with rejecting. So
that's deep right there.
Yeah.
I remember that right there, the 1 hour 6 minute mark. That was deep. I had to say it so I know where to go at.
Yeah,
that's good.
Okay, and so the guy, what was the name of that group? Guy's my favorite group.
Aaron Hall.
And Teddy Pendergrass. So their recording studio was directly across the street from where we live.
You mean Teddy Riley?
Teddy Riley.
There you go.
Did I say Teddy Pendergrass? Did I say Teddy Pendergrass? Yeah.
Turn off the lights.
Light a candle, baby.
I knew she was in Virginia. I knew what you're talking about.
Right, Teddy Riley. I'm sorry. Sorry, Teddy. And so he got us a place there, and me and my daughter stayed there, and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, he bought me a vehicle.
Ooh.
And he ensured that I was taken care of for 2 years. We dated for 2 years, and
he didn't stay there.
No.
So he got you a place. No.
Yeah.
This ain't about you. I'm just talking about the guy.
Uh-huh.
And you got me spilling water, girl. This dude right here. And I got the bounty quick picker up too. I got the good stuff. I'm saying I don't play. I ain't cheap over here. Man of quality.
Exactly.
I'm gonna need a couple more though.
Okay.
But go ahead. I don't want to mess your I'm gonna take the whole road.
Okay. And so I meet this guy. We dated for 2 years. I mean, he was doing his thing. He'll
play. I like old
and this part is in the book. So part of the book is about 40% of it is about me, but the other 60 is about other women that I've experienced who had shared their relationship with men or what have you. But our first date, he flew me to Atlanta to this restaurant. And we had dinner, and we flew that morning, and then we came back like late that night, and he dropped me off at home. He never asked for anything in return. I was like, who is he sleeping with?
Shout out to being a real gentleman.
Listen,
right.
But see, people. Listen, hold on, I got to chime in on that right there now.
Yeah.
See, people act like that. There aren't people out here like this.
Oh yeah.
Who don't? You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know what happened later on, but I'm saying who don't want nothing from you. They just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the situation. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a classical man, though. You know?
Stop playing.
Yeah, is it a limit to those though? But that's another story. So at that point, that's when I realized that I attract what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm with you on that right there.
Yeah, I attract what I want, what I desire.
Yeah, I'm with
and
you
I don't
that.
necessarily attract who I am. And so, yeah.
Yeah, because that do happen now.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, because some strays come through now.
Yeah.
The stray game be strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And this guy, he was a pretty cool guy. We dated, but then he wanted to get married. I'm like, nigga, I just got divorced like 22 minutes ago. You want to do this again? You want to lock me back down? And so he asked me to marry him. I politely declined.
Shout out for the decline on the play.
And it was funny because he came home that night. I was like, who you been with? Whatever. My daughter was gone. She was with her father. So he was staying with me during that time.
Okay. Yeah, and so come through.
Yeah. So he came in and I was like, you smell funny. Who you been with? And he was like, I ain't been with nobody. I was like, you lying. I can smell it on you. So I told him, I said, look, pardon my French, y'all. I was like, the next time you fuck another woman, make sure you bathe because you smell like a pussy, okay?
Ooh.
That's exactly what I told him. And so he looked at me and his face just dropped. And he was like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, it's no need to be sorry. Go take a bath. And so
hold up.
And I'm sure she probably said exactly that.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Go ahead, go
Did you say that smooth?
Yeah. No need to be sorry. Go take a bath.
Y'all know how attractive it is, what she just said. No, I'm just not the fact of the whole situation, but just the fact that you didn't do what probably most people would have done.
Like acting out.
Like that's what's attractive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because as a woman, you have to have emotional control. And I mean,
say it again. Emotional what?
Control. Yeah.
Y'all need to write a book. Y'all need to write a book on that right there.
Yeah.
That's a t-shirt too.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all need to write a book on that piece right there.
We can.
Y'all need
both
to
of us
write
together.
a book
we can.
on emotional control.
Yeah.
And if that can be captured, oh my goodness.
So he went in, he showered, and he came. That's when he came back out and he was like, I was gonna ask you, to marry me again. And when you said no, I was hurt and I met this girl and he told me about her. He told me about her. And it's funny because him and the girl have the same name. So he has a unisex name, right? I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Toenail Terry.
And we went to sleep. And once we, went to sleep, we woke up the next morning.
Courtney.
I told him that
we would guess the name, but that was over with.
I've already guessed it.
I did. Okay, got
it. On the first try.
Oh, I know how to do it now. This old weak ass. He weak. Now I thought he was cool at first, and now he weak.
So my daughter was attending Missouri school, and I told him, I said, look, her tuition needs to be paid for the remaining of the year or 6 months, however you want to do it. I need to be done today.
Hold on.
We're not going to even discuss. We're not discussing what you did last night. I don't care because it's not my motive.
Ooh, you go, girl. You go.
Yeah, I was 20. I was 22. Yeah. Everybody.
You were 22 at this time. Cold.
Yeah, 22.
You were cold. You know you were cold, right?
Yeah.
Who was gonna be ready for her at 30? If she was like, is it 22?
She was giving me the game at.
Come 15. On now.
Now, whether or not
you applied it, when you were applying it, it was one thing, right? Yeah. But you were getting the game.
Yeah, I was getting.
She was getting it.
So you were 22, making baller shot calls. Yeah. That's big time right there, right?
I mean, I'm not proud of these moments,
but the experience. What I'm talking about, just the ability to be able to emotional control. You know what I'm saying? For you to be able to do that, was amazing, especially at 22 years old. I know people probably 48, 59, 60 can't even do that.
No, not me.
But that was OG right there. You was an OG at 22.
I know.
Damn.
I thank God for forgiveness, y'all.
Man. So this right here, girl.
I'm gonna try to explain this story.
We got it. This ain't before 36. You good. Okay. I got it. Trust me, I know how to control this thing. I promise you, because I know how to get to the main portion. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Come on, you gotta let it play out.
I know you have another. I know you got another.
I ain't worried about them.
Oh, okay.
They good.
All right.
I'm worried about you. I know what you got to go do next. I know you got to go roll with the chef and everything.
I hope I'm entertaining you guys. By the way,
you entertain them. Trust me. You entertaining me. That's all that matters right now. You know what I'm saying?
And so,
but hold on now. You know I got a question now.
Okay, you got a question.
I got a question.
Question me.
Okay. So you put an ultimatum on the Joker. He did what he did, but you put the ultimatum on him. Told him this would need to be done. Not next week.
Today.
Yeah, He responded.
Oh yeah, he was like, so when you was gone, I have a what is it? Oh, I have a safe. I put a safe under one of the cabinets in there or whatever. This is the code. I'm going to trust that you don't take all my money. I was like, wait a minute, you got a safe in my house?
Damn right. Because you don't know what position you in right now. See, that's what we got to do. That's some OG. That's an OG player move right there. So they didn't give you that chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to plant money at the spot.
So he did, and so what I did was I took the money out that I needed for my daughter and paid for her school. I went to the leasing office and I let them know that same day that I would be leaving. And it was like, well, you got to give a 30-day notice. I said, oh, okay then. Okay, 30-day notice.
Okay, 30.
So I let's just say it happened on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. But by that Saturday, I had he went out of town like the following day, apologized, came back.
Right.
And that Saturday when he came back into town, we talked and I told him I was moving. He was, he's like, but this place is for you. I was like, well, actually you can have it for you and old girl. I don't know if she's living somewhere with her kids.
Come on now.
But y'all can have it. And he's like, so you're not gonna get over it? I was like, no, I don't get over it. I said, you think that because you give me money, it can buy like my emotions and who I am. Like, no, I still have a standard and a way of living I want in life. I'm not just gonna accept you. Yeah. So and so while he was gone, let me back up. When he came over, I didn't let him in because I had already cleaned the apartment out of what I wanted and took it to one of my friend's house. And she told me I could stay there with her. And then we ended up getting a place together. And I was like, and so the money that you had in the safe.
Ooh, she said.
So I took half of that because you took 2 years of my life over empty promises and some bullshit. So you can call the police. You can try to fight whatever you want to do, but I promise you're going to lose. And he couldn't do that. When I tell you this man was mad, I thought I was going to die. He was livid, like angry. I'm talking about going off. He's like, I have never hit a fucking woman before. I can't believe you did this. I was like, so now the girl that he ended up, with that night, I was like, this not like the first time. This has been several times. I just never brought it to your attention because I had just gotten a divorce, or whatever. I didn't really care what you was doing.
Right.
I just needed my daughter to be taken care of. I'm in this city by myself. I don't have anybody. Right. Like I got to get mine. And I did what I need to do. I had gotten a job, working in school, saved up my money. So I needed like that extra.
Right.
And so he was so cool about it because he told me after he went off, he left, he came back. I was still at the apartment and he came back maybe an hour later. He said, I tell you what, his best friend came with him. He said, you did some elf BS, whatever. Right. Ain't no B ever got over on me like this or whatever. I was like, so I'm a bitch now, whatever. He was like, so what I tell you what, whatever money you took, you can have. I was like, it's already mine.
Well, I'm not, old player. That's a statement we got to make, though. We got to make that statement.
You can have, and it wasn't a lot. Like it was only $10,000.
Right.
It wasn't a lot. And so I put that $10,000 in the bank, and put it in my daughter's name.
Right.
Or whatever, me and my daughter's name. And he asked me where I was living, and he said, take that money, do whatever you want to do with it. But as long as you stay in Virginia, I'm gonna always make sure that you're taken care of, no matter where you live.
Come on now, you better stop playing. Get back on my listen. Hold on, I gotta grab the mic. I had to take the mic off for that right there, because that's OG right there.
Yeah, he is. See, but he had OG. The money to get. But this the thing. After we broke up, I found out he wasn't even just taking care of my household. His daughter's household, he was taking care of. His mama's household, he was taking care of. The girl who he was messing around with, he was paying everybody's bills.
Yeah.
As he should.
It was handling business.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm like, what is nigga getting? So
listen, if you can play the sport, play the game.
He did it.
Yeah, I think about what I just said right there now. If you can play the sport, play the game. You know what I'm saying? And whenever it comes out of it, then if you're man about it, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna say that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way.
He did that. He ended up so
oh man,
he ended up marrying that girl. He proposed to her with the same ring that he proposed to me.
They're still together? Or you don't know?
Yeah. Huh? They're still together.
Okay, well, shout out to them. Shit, Black Love.
Together.
They did their thing.
And she called me in Biloxi, Mississippi. She found my mom's number. She called my mom's house asking for me. And she said that now I'm about 24, 25 at this time. This is a couple of years later. And he still kept in contact with me. And I was at home visiting. And he was like, she said, I noticed his number on the phone bill. It was itemized a lot. And I know that such and such is evasive. And it's funny how I can recall this story because I remember, and my mom was like, don't you tell her nothing. Don't you say nothing. I was like, I'm about to tell her something. She's gonna get this heat because she gave it to me. so she said, I noticed he's been calling you and he dropped, he'll have one of his boys to drop money by, but me and him had no relationship. He just told me he kept his promise. So he made sure the rent was paid. That's it. He ain't doing nothing extra, but he made sure I paid my portion of the rent. I appreciated that, right? And she said, I talked to him about you. I think he's still in love with you. And I asked her, I was like, well, why do you think that? I would never, because y'all are married. I would never do what you did to me. And so she said, because he always talked about his mom passed away while we were dating. And he said, no woman has ever made him feel comfortable and prayed with him and for him in his life, except for me. And I was young. And she hadn't done it, so he was comparing us, and I told now I know comparison kills, but I didn't know that at the time. So doing that comparison, and doing that comparison, she was hurt, and so my mom was like, "Hang up the phone." I was like, "I'm gonna hang up, but I gotta tell her one thing." I said, "I just want you to know, you got yourself absolutely nothing. That's what happens when you sleep with somebody else's boyfriend. Don't call my fucking phone no more." And that was that.
Come on now. Oh.
I need Tasha. Tell my friend Tasha, she would be like, she was all in the business. Tasha.
Yeah.
Tasha all in the business. She'd be like, wait, tell this part. What about that part? Yeah, or the man. I said his name. Sure. But yeah, so that's what happened with that, y'all.
Okay, so that situation there. So let's go ahead and do this right here. We're gonna so life continues to go on. You know what I'm saying? Doing those times right there. So you were in Virginia. You said you went back to Mississippi?
I did.
For a little while?
For too long.
Okay, for a few years. Okay.
A long time.
So what made you go to Maryland?
So I went from Virginia to Georgia, from Georgia to Mississippi, and then from Mississippi to here, and then from here to Maryland. And I went to Maryland based on an opportunity, and that's all I would like to discuss about that.
Right. No, and all I'm trying to do is because the book was written in Maryland. Right. That's the only way I'm going to Maryland. Yeah. Okay. And I'm trying to get in your business in Maryland. Okay. So I don't do that.
There's another opportunity.
All right. So now, over the course of this period, you know what I'm saying, just life, was Charlie in your head ever?
Oh, that's a deep question.
I know that's right. Yeah. That's what I do. Listen, don't play with me.
I like
Don't act like I can't bring him out when I bring him out. You stop playing with me. You stop playing.
So Charlie has always been relevant in my life. She's always been a character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
definitely.
I've always associated myself with so many Charlies.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Listen, I brought some news.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I have had the great pleasure of watching, my sister journey through life, and I can truly attest to, with her being very transparent with me and very open with me, that I've seen Charlie show up many times, and I've seen Charlie in myself as well. And so that's what I think is so amazing about the book, is that, it's very relatable.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
If you're real, it's relatable.
Yeah.
If you're real.
Yeah.
And that's the key.
Yeah.
People living in their truth. That's what I tell people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? When you live in your truth, because one, I live in my truth. I walk in my truth every day. You know what I'm saying? So I fear nothing of nobody, so I don't have to pretend. Like I told you, just as simple as my socks. I can wear whatever socks I want to. If they Sesame Street, guess what? Shout out to me. I would wear some Sesame Street socks if I wanted to.
I love them.
So you in Maryland, right?
Yeah, I'm in Maryland.
And what made you say, you know what? I want to write a book.
So, let me take you back. So you remember the little girl that didn't know how and had all these stigmas that was attached to her that I kind of spoke of. So, if you look at my life, I was a teen mom. That's a stigma. I graduated, but however, I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I, I was a part of like domestic violence as a teen. My mom was divorced. Didn't have like the strong like bun with my dad, but he was present. Had siblings everywhere that I didn't really know them. And then of course we come together, so now we all know each other. So then my high school years, the way people treated me, because I wanted to be liked, so I would avoid to look bad. I always wanted to look good, even if it was through a lie. And that's who I was as a teenager, right? And I didn't realize that as I'm trying to hide like my true self, people see you,
see through you.
Like people still see you, and I know that now, right? And I'm okay with that now. And it was so many things that people said that I wouldn't be able to do. That was like, girl, I mean, Maya, her stupid self, her this self, her that self, she's not gonna be able to accomplish nothing in life. And so as I became older at 34, I started to find myself. I started looking for myself. And that's when the revelation began to take place of like, you know what? You are more than what you think that you are. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you.
I know that's right. Shout out to that. You better tell Jesus what's going on. Like you can't shout him out.
Don't look at me.
That's right. We looked at you because I don't know why she looked, but I looked too. Okay, because something was going on with that look.
And so I decided to do everything that I thought that I couldn't. And so I want to quote Steve Harvey. He said,
"Don't hit him."
He said, one of the hardest things, one of the things that most people want to do but they can't do, or that they won't do, is write a book.
True.
And I was like, all right, let me write this book. And it's not, and I want to tell people, it's not a book, it's a novella. And a novella is a long, short story. So it's really, really quick. It gets to the point.
It's going to be on Lifetime. It was going to be.
I did get someone, I wanted to share this with everybody, that someone reached out to me just 2 days ago about possibly putting it on Lifetime.
Oh, wow. Really?
See, and I ain't know that. And listen, because I know.
Foresight.
Listen, I be having a vision. My vision came strong.
It is. I'll meet with them. I don't know. My daughter has been doing some negotiating for me.
She was like, Mom, what you doing negotiating?
She was like, Mom, I don't think that this particular person is a good idea, but it's a good idea for your show to be on Lifetime, your book to be on Lifetime, but maybe not with this group. So I was like, well, we can just meet with them. We can tell them no, just like they can tell us no. And so, where was I going? And so I want to do being 40 and over 40 at 39, that's when I found myself. And I told people, like, I'm only 5 years old. So, I want to live out those dreams. I want to be an aspiration for my children. I want to show them more than what I was shown. I think I've given them a little bit too much because they think that the world is easy and life is handed to them, but it's not. But also my children are entrepreneurs as well. And I have such a beautiful, beautiful support system. When I started writing this, I sent my sister the drafts in 2017, 2018. And initially she didn't know who had written it. And she was like, who wrote this? Where is this from? Whatever. And then when I got her approval, not that I needed it, but because it was her grace. And she said, yes, sister, go for it or whatever. I said I wouldn't stop. And so I did. So I'm chasing after my own self. And every day I'm in competition with Maya.
So the time are we good? The time are we good? We good. I ain't gonna let you go past 15.
So I'm in competition with me. I'm gonna be in competition with me every day.
Right.
And over the years, my sister, she's a very intelligent young lady, and so she's always given me nuggets as well and that held true to me in my heart. About like transparency, being organic, being authentic, and being okay with being exactly who you are. And it doesn't matter if someone accepts you.
Living in your truth.
Yeah. And the truth will set you free.
Want to know?
Yeah.
Want to know? But I think so many people are scared of it because it shows all sides. That's what I say about the truth. It shows all sides. It's not just looking at one side of the ball of the orange.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You rotate that thing, and some people they want to look at the orange. You know what I'm saying? But they never want to look at the other side. You know what I'm saying? Some sides might have some pits in it.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, that's just life. This is the way it works.
Right. And I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And I just think that's because, as society, and we do so much hiding.
Right.
And so this fear of really being seen, when it's like, how can you truly love if you're only showing or want to be loved by someone when you're only showing parts of who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
You know, so
I agree with that. So, you know, and she and I, we discussed this so many times. Like, we're not one-dimensional people, you know, or what have you. And I know you was talking about your show with his and hers. And if you show who you are, you know, the dimensions of my nice side, my sweet side, my sad side, my angry side, when I, you know, I don't know how to finance my finances, you know, or budget my money properly, or when I feel like the world is against me, like, how do I respond and react to those things, right? And in the response and the reaction, that's the person I want to know, you know, like the guy that I'm with, I you know, I ask him the first questions that I ask him, like, what are your flaws? And then I want to know, what are you like when you're angry? Because those may be two things I don't want to deal with you on. So allow me to make that decision before I get in too deep, you know, or whatever. But that's a whole nother thing, baby. I can talk about that, you know.
No, but I mean, it's topic based though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So we're not one-dimensional people. And so I think that what happens is with Charlie just, she always resonated with me. She, you know, she was me to some degree. And she's so relatable to me and the people that I associate myself with. And to be able to write a book, to be a published author, to tell my kids,
shout out, sis.
And it's special right there.
You know, when people say, you know, when I told you my ex-husband who texted me, he was like, you know, it's amazing I was married to a published author. I was like, no, you were married to a published author. You are married to a woman of God. You were married to a great woman. You were married to a shepreneur. You were married to all these different things that I didn't know that I was back in 1998. But the woman that you had no longer exists.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he applauded me for that.
That's why you got an applause right there, because he should have applauded.
Yeah, he did. He's like, congratulations. And he bought 5 of the books.
Yeah, he bought 10. Yeah. But anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Buy 10, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, old Ralph. I like Ralph rolled up an old S500. He should have had a 550, S550, but he'd been okay with 500. That'll do it too, but park down in the front. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can I read a piece?
I think you should read the back, actually.
See,
but you can.
She want control.
Go ahead.
I've been listening to a whole. She be controlling some stuff and stuff. Listen, this is how it's coming down.
You can read whatever you want.
I just want to read this one little piece right here. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on. Let me find one piece right here. See, Charlie OJ though. I just like the way, you know what I'm saying. And y'all gonna have to go into the book, but I'm gonna start from this piece right here. Man, just straight up said, Charlie, you don't open my gifts. You don't say thank you. You're questioning my whereabouts, all before giving me a good morning kiss. I rolled my eyes. Terrence chuckled. May I join you in the shower, Charlie? Only if you not try anything with me. I'm in pain. Listen, I'll get y'all into the book. Mess around, I read it. You better put me on Audible right now. Sign a contract like this.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Don't play when I get down here now.
No.
Don't play when I get down here.
This little part right here for the people.
You know, listen, that's what I do. Listen, I do it for free. You want to do Audible, a male version? You know what I'm saying? Yes. So that'll resonate for the women, right? Because this is what people don't understand about Audible. Many women write books, right? But a lot of women would enjoy a book better if a male read it, a woman's book, even though the women are buying the book because of the woman. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, it's a smart marketing. You know, these high paid people to do it. You find somebody like G5 over here struggling, just want to do it for free anyway. I just want to hear my voice on something. You know what I'm saying? You know,
that was a consideration. I was like, I want to do a man and a woman.
Right.
This is my daughter calling me now.
Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Fancy.
Fancy.
I saw the name right there. Don't act like I ain't seen the name.
I want to tell the people that you didn't tell them, but
we ain't done yet.
I know.
I got 5:15.
I know.
It's only 4:46.
Can I tell them one thing?
Control.
You know what? I don't want to. I don't want to be.
Did you and the dude talk about that?
I don't want to be controlling.
Do you and the guy talk about that?
We do. We do talk about
he say you be the bossy sometimes. Huh?
I just want my way. Yeah. I want my way out.
Shout out to him. We ain't gonna know his name. It don't even matter. But I know what he's going through.
No, he knows how to rebuke me and check me softly, and then I just fall under submission to him. That's
my kind of dude right there.
Yeah, because I respect him to submit. That's how it works.
But go ahead and say what you're gonna say though. So I'm just playing with you.
I don't forget what I was gonna say.
Oh, so that's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot. I don't want to say it no more.
Oh, come on. We need to hear it. You can't remember? Really?
No, I don't. Oh, I was just gonna say about you, the Audible. I was thinking about that. Well, discussing that with one of my colleagues about having a male and female read the book together collectively,
be smart,
or what have you. And the young lady that I want to read, she's from here in Houston, and I think that you guys.
Oh yeah, tell her to come through. We can make that happen.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, for real. We can do it right here. Everything can happen right in this thing right here because it can be mixed and everything.
Oh,
the vocals will be trolled and it can be edited in here and everything. It go right to the computer from the card. Throw the computer in the program. That thing will be sweet.
All right.
Listen, and I'm down with it. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you.
And I'm telling you, 100% free. I'm putting it right here. Hey, I would do it for 100% free, just because I already know it's gonna be hot.
Get it on camera.
Like, you ain't gotta listen. Everybody can tell you. I'm
Thank you.
I don't play.
Thank
you. What year is
just
for a hot shot? Oh, my bad. Somebody asking me a question.
Just in case, you know.
Hold on, we about to call Fancy. I ain't got time to play with you.
Are you gonna call my daughter?
Yeah, we're gonna call her right on the air because Fancy called. We're gonna call her back.
Okay. But you guys
I won't share her number either. So
okay. I'll give it to you. You guys can go to MayaAvery.com. That's MayaAvery.com. And take a look at this book. It's also sold on Amazon. So shout out to Being Delilah. That's the title of the book, Being Delilah.
Oh, don't worry too. And I'm gonna talk about the book a lot too. And we still got I got 17 minutes. I got 17 minutes on the books. Don't play with me out here.
I am so excited about being here. I can't wait.
Come on,
for real,
listen.
Nice.
We're gonna get a date before we're gonna get a date before you roll out of here.
Just surprising.
Yeah, well, she might.
Actually
actually work.
Yeah. Oh my God!
Come on now.
I want to. That need to be right here. I want to play with it.
They play when usually people play before they start, and then they play after we finish. Hey, let her know we're gonna call her now.
I don't have to let her know.
She already knows. She watching. Let me see what Fancy got going on.
Hello.
Hey, shout out to Fancy. That's the first thing I'm gonna say right now.
Shout out to Fancy.
Shout out to Fancy. What's going on, girl? Fancy.
Iman, it's your mother.
I figured.
Ooh, I ain't sorry. I didn't mean the phone just sitting right there, and I saw the name, so I do apologize. That's what she called you.
I'm in the middle of
Imani.
podcast.
What's going on, Imani? How you doing?
Oh, nothing much. I'm doing well.
Oh, now your tone gonna change. Now your tone changed and everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know. Hey, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question right here. So, how does it feel to have a mother as a published author?
Oh my gosh, the feeling is undescribable. It's one that I can't put into words. Like, she just set the bar. It was on the ceiling, but now I don't know where it went.
Hey, bad aunt in here too now. She got her here. Shout out to her. But she ain't bad no more. But she was bad one time. But we she coming on the show. We're gonna find out when she was bad. I can't wait to get all that information. You know what I'm saying? I don't heard her.
I was never bad.
No, not you. No, you spoiled now. I heard you spoiled to death.
Who told you that?
TT Tawana.
Ooh.
So people tell you gonna believe. They say you're gonna believe what I say.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. We want to know what you got to say, sis.
Yeah, what you got to say?
Because I'm not spoiled. I'm just privileged.
Oh,
Daddy, I'm gone.
Shout out being privileged. She cleaned it up. Boy, y'all quick. Y'all quick. What's going on with that? Y'all is quick. I'm saying.
It's such an honor, darling. Such an honor to be your mother, daughter.
So without telling me about the book, right? Without telling everybody, because we want people to go buy the book, because I already seen it as a Lifetime show. I think I even said it to her on the phone. But I see it. I already seen it though. But what's your thoughts about Charlie?
Iman.
I got the crickets right here now. Iman, she done hung up on me.
Did she hang up?
No, she's still there.
She probably muted the phone.
Iman.
Oh goodness.
Okay, we're gonna hang up on her then. She ain't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So
she's leaving work too.
Yeah, what's she at work? I done messed up call her at work. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hey, we got 14 minutes, everybody. Because she has to go to some other show and everything. And I'll think about looking at it. Is it live?
Yeah.
It's live? For real? And what's the chef name?
Shay.
Hey, everybody watch Chef Shay tonight at 6 o'clock. No, you can't watch it because you be on my show. No, you can go back and watch the repeat. You know what I'm saying?
Did she call back on that same number that you called her from?
Was she trying to call it? No, because it won't come through that number.
Okay.
It's the only number I put on there.
Okay.
I can call her back though. She ready?
I guess.
We're gonna see.
Child.
And that's your daughter.
Yes, this is my daughter. Thank you guys for listening to my baby.
Man.
Hello?
So you just gonna hang up on me? Come on now.
No, I didn't hang up.
No, you hung up on me. I'm gonna give you one of these now. Okay, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Listen. So my question was this right here. What's your thought? What's your thoughts about Charlie? Lord have mercy.
Charlie, she's something else.
I see.
Charlie is something else. Okay. I really like her character development throughout the story.
Right.
There's a lot of character development, but she is something else. I feel like everybody can relate a little bit to Charlie.
See, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that one of the things that resonates is that a bunch of, probably males, I'm sure males as well, but a bunch of women can really see some part of Charlie in them. And that's probably the thing I was gonna ask you.
Yes. No matter what part of the book that you're reading, you can see a piece of yourself in Charlie.
Right.
No matter what.
So I think that's what makes it a great read. And I think that's going to make it a great continuum, right? Because I'm sure Charlie just didn't stop at that point right there where the book ends here. I'm sure there's a continued thing with it, and which is good. We could definitely it can be short, long, or whatever, right? Because one, it can even go to talk about Charlie's life over a 2-month period and just get so many things out of that right there, or even go back into the story. You know how they know how to flip it. You know what I'm saying? Go flip it. Okay, why did Charlie? You know what I'm saying? Just go back and highlight this particular section and just talk about that for a while. Man, I see about 37 episodes. Shout out to me, 37 episodes to this right here. Yeah, 37 episodes.
I don't see 37.
You don't see 37? Yes, I chop that thing up. Chop that thing.
One right now. Even number.
What's the even number?
What's the even number?
42.
42. Come on. Shout out to 42 episodes. That's what we're looking for. Listen, don't worry about it. Give me about another 11 months. The Tyler Perry whole situation gonna be here in Houston, so don't worry about it.
I got you.
See the logo right there? Remember the logo? What you doing out there, girl?
Probably cussing somebody.
Oh, remember that logo right there? That's all to remember. Just remember that logo. G5.
G5.
So G5 is the brand. 5 Cast is the show.
I like the logo.
You know what I'm saying? You know, in the series. So that's gonna be like, y'all better keep an eye on it. No, I think it's her right there. Okay, hey, I appreciate you there. I ain't gonna call you the name. Iman, she crazy. But yeah, make sure you can put the other name right there. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I do apologize. I thought it was your name.
No problem.
Okay, hey, we appreciate you. All right, I got 10 more minutes with her.
Okay,
and we're gonna
wrap it up.
Close this on out.
Okay.
All right.
In that case.
Okay. You sound like you're about to say something.
No, I don't have anything.
Oh, you correct me on my 10 minutes? You telling me more like 2 minutes?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Use the restroom, but I'm trying not to.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. You good? It's right there past the refrigerator. Okay. Oh, no, you good. No, this is an all access show. Okay. We move and everything doing this show. We don't play.
Can you know what I'm saying? Him?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Let me change him. I'll take him with you.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out, little man. His change game is strong. He's about to be strong right here. You know what I'm saying? You can change him in the green room if you need to, or whatever. That's the room on the left as you go down the hallway. You know, that's how we do it. But so what are some highlights you want to talk about in the book?
Yeah,
you can. You know, you do that. You want to do. Go on, put them on. Listen, I think them glasses nice.
Thank you. So I want to kind of just give the people a little bit about
the brand mic a little closer. I want to be able to get that voice
share
right there.
with the little
go ahead, hit that for me.
A little bit about the book. So the title of the book is titled Being Delilah. It's written by Maya Avery, Maya Avery. You can always go to my website at mayaavery.com but a little bit about the character. Her name is Charlie, and it says Charlie is the daughter of a habitual cheater and a mastermind of deception. Her name is Charlie McLemore. I want to share with the. I want to tell the people why her name is Charlie McLemore. So Charlie is a universal name, a unisex name, right? So it can be male or female. And you remember back in the the early 90s, 2000, we used to say I'm Mac in Return of the Mac, and then Lamore. So she always Mac, and she always wanted more. So I changed. Her name is Charlie McLemore.
Go ahead with that play word, girl. Go ahead.
And so Charlie McLemore is the HBIC, that's the head bitch in charge, right? Of sex, money, lies, and manipulation. She discovered the power of the P at an early age from a series of explicit episodes from kissing cousins to a violent confrontation that left her nearly unconscious. If nothing else, her past taught her one thing, that sex is power. Ooh. An explosive weapon she designated to do whatever she wanted to do, right? So finally, free from the confines, she got married, and it talks about being free of the confines of a toxic marriage. Charlie picks up and takes her beloved daughter on the move to make a better life for herself, leaving behind her cycle of I want to say sexual abusive games, sneaky lies, and heartless manipulation. Charlie finds herself on the run from her past, drowning in her present and fearing for her life. Something is going to catch up with Charlie. And I think that the people need to try to figure out what is that thing that caught up with Charlie. So the only way to figure that out is by purchasing the book, right?
Oh, they're going to purchase the book. I'm tell you right now. Yeah. The book is getting purchased.
Yeah. So.
Listen, I want to make sure the book is purchased.
So Being Delilah is the title of the book. It's written by your very own Maya Avery.
Come on now.
Shout out to me and all my hard work. So, like Snoop Dogg said, I want to thank me first.
Thank you first.
I want to thank me first. And how Chris Rock said, I want to pat myself on the back. I want to pat myself on the back. And how Iyanla said that the first person that you have to like when you wake up in the morning is yourself. Because if you don't like you, who else will? That's me. So
that's about 9 applauses right there. You know what I'm saying? And a bunch of shout outs.
Yes. And so I want to tell you thank you again. Like I really enjoyed this experience.
I still got some more minutes, right? I'm getting all my little minutes.
I just can't stop thanking you enough though. Like
that's my last thing I'm gonna ask you.
Oh, okay.
Then you can say that during that time period right there.
Because
I wanted to be fooled. I want to hear all that because I want to sit here and blush. Okay, when I ask you that question, you know what I'm saying?
And my sister just left. Did you see what her review was in her quote in the book? It says that if you're a fan of Zane, this one is for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the type of book it is.
Oh, and look, Esquire too now. Yeah. Listen, if y'all don't know the difference between lawyers when they have Esquire on it, you know what I'm saying? You better understand what Esquire means. Okay. Every lawyer don't have Esquire after their piece right there. You know what I'm saying? I can give you a whole thing on that Esquire piece and just regular lawyers, but I ain't gonna hit y'all with that. I'm gonna bring her on the show so she can, tell you how the difference between just being a regular lawyer and be an Esquire. Because that's the reason why they have Esquire on it. You know what I'm saying? It's some things behind that piece right there. Yeah. And they got something to do with the British stuff. And don't play with me. I already know the game out here. Okay? How everything go. Okay, I got 5 minutes. So, all right. Is it my book?
Yeah, that's yours. So another one of the praises says, Being Delilah by Maya Avery is something serious. Charlie is self-serving, straightforward, mysterious, direct, compassionate, loving, and protecting.
Mysterious.
Yeah.
That's such an attractive quality. That's why Charlie had people.
Yeah.
When people don't understand about mystery, right?
Yeah.
And it's not. And if you intentionally do mystery, it's not good because you're trying. But you can be a mystery and just because it's who you are.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what the attractive thing with people when they try to understand certain people and try like, damn, what is it that draws me? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? Like that person is not doing anything. Right. It's really the makeup of their mystique. And that's what people don't get.
Oh,
and everybody don't play with me. I done told you the conversation game is strong now. This ain't no act. This is real. But it just is really that way. You know what I'm saying? And everything I'm telling you with me is energy based, right? People can live, book, whatever. I'm about that energy. I'm gonna know right then. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna listen to him, look at you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be fake either because if I can't, I'm like, it ain't working. And I don't like to be around people who have bad energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
can sense it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, go on.
I saw in the restroom. It says always positive.
Come on now, even when you're on the toilet, don't play. I don't play. You gotta stop playing with me. You can't sit down and think negative. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have a great experience doing that. You know what I'm saying?
But people aren't naturally positive, you know. I'm sorry.
Because you have such a beautiful voice. I want to make sure to get all the tone on that thing.
Oh, I thank you.
Right.
Hold on. Yes, I like this. So people aren't naturally positive.
Right.
They don't just come out that way.
They don't.
You know, it's a learned behavior. And some people think their toxic traits and being negative is their positive.
Right.
And it's only because they don't have the right people in their circle or environmental stimulation is what taught them that, to act a certain type of way, which is a negative quality, like the world see it, but you don't, is really positive. Right. So I guess my question to you, Brian, is like, I know you say, you've said that plenty of times throughout the show about being positive. Mm-hmm. How do you pour your positivity besides here outside of work? What does that look like for you on a day-to-day basis in the grocery store, at the gas station, or wherever?
I'm the guy. If you was in the car with me and you went to the drive-through, you would laugh. Okay. Because my thing is, I understand probably what the person in the drive-through is going through. Mm-hmm. So before they can say anything to me, I'm saying something to them. Mm-hmm. And I'm asking them, hey, how is your day going? You know, they would say something like, I'm saying, hey, welcome to so-and-so, man, help you. And I'm saying, hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing today? You know, and they pause because they're like, huh? Right. They're like, what'd you say, sir? I say, hey, I was asking how you doing. How's your day going? Mm-hmm. You know, because so if I do that there, every interaction I have with somebody is going to always be of a positive exchange, no matter what, because you never know what your words can do for somebody. Somebody could be about to jump off a building or walk in front of a car in a minute, but that exchange that you gave them, I'm sorry, that's okay. It could have been just that one thing to help them just really get over or just kind of make it and say thank you. But so what I do is I just make sure I pour into people.
But who pours into you?
You know what? I have a couple people that pour into me. Okay. Right? I do. And they do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good.
And so because I only surround myself with people who do pour into me. And they challenge me to pour into people and I challenge them to continue on pouring. Mm-hmm. And then part of that, I have to wake up every morning to no negativity. And make sure, I thank God. That's the first thing I do when I open my eyes. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. And then from that point, I don't want to hear nothing negative. Don't come to me talking about this right here. And you can't do that because I'm going to walk away from you. Well, I'm really going to go away from you. But I don't have that situation. So, I try to make sure I have that. And if somebody is being that way, I'll make sure I'm not going to be around you. I'm going to give you a gap so you can think about it. I'm sorry, that might have been long, but, so that's what I do, though. It makes sense. That's what I do. So, in closing, because I gotta make sure you get to your show. How was this? All the way around. How was the conversation? And I'm gonna start with you, okay? And then I'm gonna end with your sister, okay?
You're such a funny guy.
Shout out to me being funny a little bit, just a little bit.
A comedian in the house.
Yes, definitely. No, I mean the experience from as Maya mentioned. From the moment we walked through the door, it was very inviting. Even it was a bit warm in the green room, and
not green room in the where the photography room is.
Yeah, because of the lights.
For the lights. And I mean, you immediately went to turn on the fan. So I mean, so you adjusted it, and I think that speaks volume. You're listening, and taking action, and the studio is super nice, super nice, and the energy is just good. I mean, the energy was good from the time we walked through the door. And, like you said, people can stand in front of you all day long, but your energy will never lie.
Right.
Exactly.
You even if you can't put your finger on it, something's off, and everything's been super legit since we've been in here. So thank you.
I appreciate you. Shout out to you. And we're going to get a date before you walk out of here. Okay. And I'm being for real. Okay, you don't shake me now, because I'm going to put you in the books now.
No, I'll do
Don't try to put a shake on me.
I'll do it.
Okay. All right, what we got, Miss Maya?
Okay, so throughout the show, I couldn't stop thanking you enough. And you hold on, it's coming, right? Mm-hmm. For someone to support me in my venture of when I decided to make a decision and stick with it, and you don't know me from Adam's apple, that shows me that your heart is pure. And motives and your intentions are pure, and that you're not self-seeking, and that you're really doing this to promote, encourage, motivate, and inspire this little girl that grew up to be a woman that's chasing after her dreams. And you wanted to you put me in a position to captivate your audience so that they could support me. It's not an amount of thank you I could possibly say to that. Um, like the gratitude that's attached to it. I feel myself getting emotional, but I'm not gonna cry.
Ain't no wrong little tear now. You should don't throw old tear out there. You know what I'm saying? Be appreciated.
Because because having someone that don't know you to say, "Hey, I see something in you, and I want you to grow, and I want you to like go get it, girl."
Right.
And then to say, "Hey," and in the process, I have a transportation for you, a photo shoot for you. Your a meal for you, this and that for you, and I don't know you, but I have faith and I believe in you, and I trust the road that you're traveling. Yeah. Man, that says a lot. So I think that we should be more so celebrating you in this moment than myself, right?
No.
Only because you're giving more than I'm receiving more than I'm giving. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I don't know another word to say besides like thank you. Yeah. I almost want to say like I love you. I'm the type of person like, oh, I love you. Give me a hug. You know? And so like thank you.
But agape love though.
Yeah. Unconditional. That okay, church girl. Well, not really. But
sisters for real, boy. I tell you. Sisters for real.
But thank you to your supporters. Thank you for those who listen to my story. Thank you for this interview. Thank you for taking me to places. You've opened up parts of my mind that I forgot about. So now
we shut that out now. Yeah, drop some exclusives in here.
Exactly. That I haven't necessarily shared, personally, but I don't mind sharing. You just have to ask the right questions. Right. And so you're doing that. So thank you for that. And I appreciate you and I honor you.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you. Hey, listen, like I said, it's really about, it's honestly more of an honor for me. You know what I'm saying, to have you in here, you know what I'm saying, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, push your thoughts. I mean, this is your mind right here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to have a piece of your mind in their hands. And that's a great thing. And that's why I really love books. The whole, I mean, book, all the other stuff is good. You can read on your phone, whatever. But sometimes just really a book to have with you is a great thing. So I'm definitely going to appreciate this. I'm going to look forward to it being on Lifetime because I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to happen. It's going to happen because one.
It could be on like another.
Well, yeah, one of them times. It's sometime. How about that?
On.
Hey, shout out to Oprah. Don't make me call Oprah now. I call her. She might not answer, but I call her. Listen, what if I get Oprah on the show? Listen,
I can manifest anything.
Listen, I can make it happen. But
sweeping up full of what y'all doing?
Nah, but I really appreciate you. And I know you have to get to the next show, and I want to hold you. I would hold you up, but it's the actual show you're going to, so I wouldn't even try to hold you up like that.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? But thank you, really.
You're
what I'm saying? I'm glad this connection happened. You know what I'm saying? And the connection will be forever, just the way it works out.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
And I tell people, get on your nerves from this point forward.
No, you ain't get on my nerves. In fact, we're gonna have your sister up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure we get this date before you ain't get out here without the date now.
Yeah, just call me. I have
good. Yeah. And shout out to baby Ezra for being good.
Yes.
Let me say, he doing his thing over here.
Look at him, looking like a little old man. He's a sweet.
Everything was good for you. Had some eye candy in here for you early and everything. He was good with that. You know what I'm saying? He loved the ladies. Gonna let y'all know now. He loves the lady. He loves chocolate too.
Yes.
Chocolate game was serious. You know what I'm saying? We talking chocolate lady. It was good. But hey, so I'm gonna let you get out of here. And I appreciate you so much. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for this right here. Don't worry. It's gonna be sitting up there by my hats and stuff. And so I will be promoting, I'll be pushing it every day. Every show. Okay.
MayaAvery.com, y'all. MayaAvery. And also, you can find me on IG at Motivating Force.
And I have this streaming across the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Starting for the next show. So we're going to be good. All right.
Hey,
y'all. I appreciate y'all. And the people that could. I know it was an early show and everything. But I'll see y'all here in a couple of hours. At 7 o'clock, starting with Kenzie. We're going to be talking about back to Mental Health Awareness Month and autism and everything that goes with it. Okay. Appreciate y'all and thank you so much. And I'll see y'all in a couple of hours.
baby. Take wheel. Take wheel. Everybody take wheel. Come on, take wheel. To the take wheel. Everybody take wheel. You got to speak to me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Give you a jab to the nose and make you say what's up. I'm in the club, nigga, talk with the long barrel. When the music starts having singing, not Christmas carols. People hate me, man, I really do know why. They see the wings on my back and they know I'm gon' fly. So what the fuck's supposed to do? Just try to please people. Got my indicator family and I don't big people. Remember, used to put newspaper in my tennis shoes. Used to walk around in them tennis, the mini shoes. For party nigga, I was too thugged out for that. Never told all my enemies I couldn't be a rat. But niggas told on me, nigga, they got it in return. Now in they mama's living room in a nice urn. Fuck you, your whole crew, bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought. Motherfuckers, the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never ending, bitch, it's the beginning. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never ending, bitch, it's the beginning. This just for my killers who just straight up murder. Leave you in the sewer dead just like a nigga turtle. I got connects with the real fucking black mob. And I'm trying to get it right with my man God. So anytime I don't believe me, that there's no problem. Niggas will torture your ass, you wish they fucking rob you. Menace to society, that's my favorite one. Desert Eagle 50 caliber, that's my favorite gun. My next is running, yes I'm gunning for the fucking dome. You the homie kid cause you always running fucking home. MBK got a boy, your house will clap it up. I run my mouth like a big booty bitch, I can back it up. Try niggas on pickups just like they did at Jasper. Keep fucking around, your new friend is gonna be Casper. You gon' be in the casket, people trying to coffin on you. But so many hoes, ain't like it can play golf on. Motherfuckers, the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never ending, bitch, it's the beginning. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. My legacy never ended, bitch, it's the beginning. Fuck that shit, boy, I'm tired of being nice. White shit in your head, this mic is not a fucking lights. I keep the termites fed like a pistol, stay with some lead. Like Marita, dog, stay with some bread. I lived in the trailer, not no projects. They still got it, but you couldn't run on my set. I kill niggas, dog, and also I kill time. Tell out my snitches, head two fucking moms. Niggas tell on me, goddamn, they drop the fucking down. Your brains are gone, now you out of your fucking mind. And niggas know I fight you, bitch. Yeah, I'm ready to strap, but they don't fucking understand to get the bitch to their head, they gun clap. It's the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never ended, bitch, it's the beginning. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga,